What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and I'm here with the chosen one. Ralo is here.
How you doing, beautiful?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm here with the queen.
Listen, and we had a good time last night hosting your
Amazing
book party, so that was nice. I told you I read this book, Chosen.
Yes, ma'am.
And I was asking you because you're from the Bluff in Atlanta, and I feel like that movie, Snow on the Bluff, made the Bluff even more famous.
Right.
What did you think about that movie?
You know, that's when I was like, I want to say I was like 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was 6th grade summer when I seen him walking on the block. I was on James P. and Neal Street, and he was just walking past. He had all these damn cameras. I'm like, what the hell Kirk doing? Because his name Kirk. We call him Kirk in the Bluff. And I'm like, we shouldn't move on. I was like, man, I ain't shooting no damn movie. What the hell we ever came up with a movie out the Bluff? And years later, I seen the movie. I was like, God damn, this movie really became big. And every time I went somewhere, I was like, I'm from the Bluff.
And everybody
like,
knew.
Yeah, you talking about the movie Snow on the Bluff? I was like, yeah, but I ain't think that motherfucker gonna ever go that big. You know what I'm saying?
It was funny, even the way it started and the whole premise of it. I thought it was well done.
I think he was a genius at what he did, how he did it. And I think that he deserved a lot of money for what he did. Mm-hmm. And, you know, a lot of us just didn't know the game. And I don't think he was confiscated the right way.
Yeah. I could believe that. I feel like it's also like, even for you as an artist, you know, doing what you're doing from an early age, a lot of times you do things. Look, even, and we're going to talk about the book Chosen in a minute, but even being a young kid when you were young and, you know, selling drugs and doing what you were doing, you probably weren't compensated properly for that either.
Nah, you know, I started off small, started off getting, you know, beat in every kind of way I possibly could. And then I end up mastering it later on in life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and those are the things that help you learn in the future.
You got to just go through all the bullshit to get to the good shit. You know what I mean?
Well, I want to talk about your story some. So the name of the book is Chosen. Right. And there's one part of the book where I thought it was quite ironic. You talk about how you were unchosen when it came to sports, right? Playing basketball, and you would be the last person.
Everybody
and that's kind of what made you be like, I'm not doing this no more.
I think that I just wasn't good at that. You know, I think that I just, no matter how hard I tried to impress the bros, it just wasn't for me. I can look at them to do it. We can go to practice. You know, I just found out then that some shit just ain't for certain people. And I was just one of them people that it wasn't for.
But when you think about how it does feel, because it's kind of funny reading you talking about it, but like knowing that nobody want to be the last person. Right?
I think that I had got so used to it. I knew like, okay, let's go play basketball. Everybody, it was like all the time. It just always occurred like it was just their favorite thing to do. I'm like, man, what the hell? Let me go. I need to go their way because that ain't where I need to be at.
Well, the name of the music project is also Chosen. Right. So what made you name the book and that project Chosen?
I think that due to the fact that I got such a big foot inside the music game that I wanted to utilize my platform to push the book. It's just like on her side, she got filming. So we was going to drive it through with the music and also go ahead and use her to film it. So I'm taking it to her. And she pick it up from there. So it was just like an alley hoop that we was throwing. Just remember, because this is what we wanted to get on. We wanted to kind of change. I know I wanted to change the game up for myself. I didn't want to keep on, you know, hustling. Even in the rap game, it's a hustle. Like I could get 10, 20,000 a show here and there. You know, you sit around and wait on the show here and there. You be booked up a tour and things that matter. But it's a lot of, like, people don't understand the hardship of the road life of just going on the road, going on different flights, you know, different flights getting held up. And then, you know, the last flight that I was on, it wasn't too successful for me. So I just get burnt out on it a lot. You know what I'm saying? And and then you make more money in the film world than actually off music. Right. You know what I mean? So I just utilizing the music to go take the book where it need to go.
The book, and then you said film. Right. So this is actually going to be a film project.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so talk to me about what the plan is, because I know this book Chosen is the first in a trilogy, right? So this is part 1. Right. And then are the other 2 parts done already?
Nah, we're going to keep working on it.
All right, so you keep working on that. So what's the plan? How does this coincide with the film?
So we needed something at an actual pitch, you know what I'm saying? So like, I ain't want to rush through the story, you smell me? Because it's so much. It's like every year or every 2 years, there was something going on, you smell me? So I wanted to be able to enlighten everybody on everything that went on. You smell me? So, and I like trilogies. Even like when I was in jail, I used to always look forward to reading a trilogy. Okay, book 1, book 2, book 3. I just like doing things and step by step, and that's just me. So I wanted to introduce my life and in my world step by step, so it can be also interesting. Like even, my motivation. One of my motivations was the Honorable Brother 50 Cent, how he got power. I liked it the way he started it. I liked it the way he started doing spin-offs. I liked it all that. So possibly from this book we can get us some spin-offs. And I'm not real educated inside the film world, so LaShawn I had to answer most of them questions, but I know.
I see. You got LaShawn, but you already know she's gonna make some things happen because LaShawn don't pop out like that too much either.
No. If she don't believe in it, he ain't gonna get her to do it. So I appreciate her for even believing in me and you and all the different other people. I think that y'all gave me a different lane to go down within my life, a different path, because I'm so used to being in wherever I get booked at, it be mostly a trap area or some kind of dope area, some kind of hood area where everybody coming out. They're just taking me down a whole different lane. You know what I'm saying? Teaching me how to move in a different manner. You know what I'm saying? And I really appreciate y'all for even doing that.
It's interesting because even on social media, when you post things about positivity and wanting to be a better leader for people, sometimes there's some backlash against that.
I get a lot of backlash. I get a whole lot of backlash. Oh, he's a hypocrite. Oh, he used to push all these bricks of heroin and cocaine through the community, but yet now he's saying, oh, he against the streets, so he must have really did some rat shit, or he really did some lame shit. Why is Ralo saying this? And just because I did that in the past, that don't mean that I'm proud of what I did. And I think in the middle of that, from the start into the end, in the middle, what made me have a change of heart is, going to jail.
Right. And you're very real in this book about there's one part in particular that really, I think, was very descriptive about what it's like to be there, that people, you can't even anticipate.
Right.
Some people act like going to jail is not that big of a deal, but you talk about the loneliness, knowing that life is moving while you're still inside of there.
I think that a person that really don't have much to look forward to outside of jail, like a man that don't give a damn about his children, it's fine being away from his children. A man that don't give a damn about his girl sleeping alone at night, or even embracing her with a hug or a kiss in the morning, or eating breakfast. If you don't care about those things, then you won't care about not being around your girl. You smell my man that, may be interested in other men. They don't give a damn about not being around a woman because they feel like they can be around another man and that can satisfy their needs. Me personally, I love my kids. I love my girl. I love my freedom. I love my mama. I like to be able to eat some black-eyed peas and collard greens from my mama. You smell me? That's just my passion. And if you care about these things, then you wouldn't want to sacrifice losing those things.
Right.
You'll be in great fear of okay, I'm not going to do this because I want to be able to go home. And, you got to make that choice. And that's a choice that I made, and I have made up my mind, and I ain't willing to sacrifice anything for that. You smell me?
Yeah. I mean, I can't even imagine. Like I said, some people will act like, oh, it's nothing. You just go there, sit down.
I ain't shit cool about that.
Even in solitary confinement. How long were you in solitary confinement?
Months. On several occasions. Months. Anytime they feel like I got too much influence over the compound, or I'm bringing some contraband in through officers, which I did on countless occasions. And then, you want to.
Well, you brought contraband in through the officers?
Of course, I paid officers. You need something. You got to have a phone. It was at one time, it wasn't not one phone inside Lovejoy facility. And I was like the one that broke the code. I paid a lawyer a lot. Not a lawyer. I paid the officer a whole lot of money to bring me a phone in. And that's when other phones started gravitating towards the compound and things that matter. Sometimes you got to take one for the team. Not saying that's a good thing to do, but that loneliness causes you to do different things. You want to talk on that phone. You want to be able to communicate with your people. Shit, I like going to sleep on the phone, my girl.
Right.
You smell me?
Yeah, that's the thing. You even talk about, and you have a song on this project, Chosen,
Right.
where you really talk about how she held you down so
Right.
much. You have a song with Young Blue.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Yeah, Love Yours.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, where you said literally, without you I can't breathe.
Right.
That is for real.
I think that a lot of us have
Whew.
that care, that have a heart. You know, a lot of us kind of, allow this evil shit in this world to cause us to go cold hearted. And whenever you do that, you suffer from the lack of love in people. And me personally, I never allowed nothing in this world or nothing a person do to detour me or close my heart. I always keep an open heart. And she was one of the people that helped me keep that heart open. You smell me? And I like to love, you know what I'm saying? I like to love her. I like to appreciate her. And then love is like something that we need as people. You smell me?
For sure.
We need it because there's so much hatred and so much evil and lame shit going on. We need to learn how to love our people.
Even but before that, when did you realize she was the one? Because I know there was a lot of things that went down before that, a lot of disappointment.
Right.
I'm sure that happened.
Of course. I mean, I think that I really took all the burdens on my back within the relationship. Like, she ain't really never did no lame shit to me, like, that I couldn't get around. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if I ever had doubt in our relationship, it was, of course, of some shit I did. I was like, man, she ain't gonna forgive me for this shit. And honestly, quite honestly, I never would ever ask a person to put their life on hold for me. You know what I'm saying? I understand a lot of us, go to jail and shit, and we be having these expectations. I never had an expectation of somebody doing 10, 20, 30 years with me. You smell me? I never had that expectation. I wouldn't even ask a person to do no shit like that.
Right, you wouldn't want somebody to have to not live their life.
That shit is like suffering.
And I think it's hard for women, too, because we don't know what you're going to do when you come home either. Like, imagine a woman put herself and her life on hold for 10,
Just
20 years.
Just thinking about that the whole time.
Right, and then you come home and then it's
fuck
like, I'm out.
A lot of dudes say fuck the women. You smell me? A lot of women suffer from that, and it kind of spoils it for dudes that really want to do right by them women. You smell me? So, like, and it's the flip side of that, too, because a lot of women, that's why I never even asked a woman to hold me down and that type of thing, because they get real controlling if you get out of jail and you be nigga, you can't breathe.
Right.
I ain't gonna let you breathe. You smell me? Sometimes that can detour, man. You gotta, it go both ways, but I think the heavier burden is on the woman due to the fact that some of these women send these brothers money.
Yeah.
They hard working, earn money. Some of these women travel a long way just to go see that person in visitation and stuff like that. So I think, I take my head out to them, because a lot of us as men would never do that. You smell me? And we just got to show appreciation, man.
All right. Now, so many things have been happening with you also in the wake of all this going on. And let's flash back. And I know you've discussed this, like the first time we actually kind of met on the Breakfast Club.
Right.
You were there with with Birdman. And I know you've talked about you had no idea this was going to happen when you came up with Birdman.
Right.
And I don't think Birdman had any idea that was going to happen either.
I don't think he.
Yeah, I feel like, because I do know people that have told me, like, he just came up there and I guess it just kind of snapped at that moment.
Right.
He had he was having a rough night or whatever. After that, what happened? Like, when you left,
I think that,
were you like, what the fuck?
I took him to McDonald's. Like, Birdman, he really, at that time, he really ain't had no young blood around him or no fresh blood. I think him and Wayne and all his whole entourage was going through what they were going through. It was real hot at that moment. And then, of course, he really didn't have no real compassion within the youth with him. You get what I'm saying? So he had Hot Bills with him. He had a couple older dudes with him that also suffered from the breakup, suffered from all the little stuff that was going on at that time. So he was just a little bit on edge. Just smell me, and he had done a lot for people, and he felt like, and then, whatever business transactions they had, and they were just going through that. So I think that when I was around him, I brought something out of him that not too many people was able to bring out on. Because I wasn't choosing sides or none of that. I'm just like, man, come on, let's go have fun. I want help with my career. I want help with teach me the rap game. Like, I wasn't there for no other motives. You know what I'm saying? Other than the guidance from him. I just, I've been a big fan of the Hot Boys and Big Timers all my life. And I was just so happy to be around them. I don't give a fuck what going on. I just want to have fun. You smell me? And when we went up there, of course, I ain't know Charlamagne. I ain't know none of these people. I was just totally straight into the dope gang. I didn't even listen to the radio much. Or I just want to make me some money, selling me some dope or whatnot. So whatever Birdman would have said, like, hey, let's do something. I think, I'm a young nigga at that time. I'm ready to crash out, of course. You smell me? But it went goddamn on no shit like, because I ain't know Charlamagne. You smell me?
Right. Let me ask you this, because for me being there, also, obviously, did you feel like something was going to happen? Because I never at any moment felt like it's about to go down. I didn't feel that. I just felt like it was intense, but it wasn't about to turn physical.
I'm in that motherfucker like, what the hell is going on?
We all were. I was like, did something happen?
Like, he can't, out the gate, he walked in that motherfucker, hey, stop playing. I'm like, okay, is we finna fight in this bitch or what? Like,
I was hyped to do an interview. You know me? I was like, I had notes. I had a thick packet.
I'm like, what we doing?
Good questions.
I'm like, what the hell we doing? And he came in that bitch like that. It wasn't a...
Because the thing is, like, I've met him several times, spoken to him. He's, I used to manage J Electronica, who's from New Orleans, and we have been communicating about, possibly him signing.
Right.
And then I also had, like, hosted a mixtape for Chanel from Young Money, met him there, very pleasant. So I'm thinking we about to have, like, a
good talk.
Yeah, I'm thinking we about to have, like, a great interview. So much history.
Then Charlamagne was like, sit down, like... I think really that was at him. I think he was talking about
it was all three of us, and I was like, "What I do?" But and so you went to McDonald's after.
Yeah,
and then what was that conversation like? Did you ask like?
Hell no, I think that when I used to be a blood when I was a kid, and like whenever you got somebody over you at that time, you gotta like be in grand support or whatever the fuck.
You like, I just rock with what we rocking with.
Whatever. If we got to crash out, then shit, we got to crash out. Shit, the Red Sean was with us. Shit.
Yep.
We ain't know no better.
The all-star team in there.
That motherfucker like, whatever he say, we finna goddamn handle it. So we went to McDonald's, and then he had not been to McDonald's. I'm like, you ain't been to McDonald's? I'm like, man, but these motherfucking fried good as hell, because we was at the Quad Studio, right?
Yeah, if that food would have been cold, he probably would have went off in there too.
It was bad though.
It was a bad day.
I think he was just going through that a lot within himself. You go on the internet and you see all kind of lame shit being said about you that you totally disagree with.
Right.
You gonna automatically have your guard up on your defense. That's why I just don't even have that type of shit in me. Like whatever a motherfucker say, that's what they feel.
And people say shit about you all the time too. And I've done my research to know what the truth is. Right. And so I've seen you address it before, but I've seen like the real story, like let's dig deeper into this and like why this happened and why these allegations, where people were saying you snitched. Right. And it's funny that the story, when people make those accusations, goes viral, but the actual truth doesn't.
That shit be crazy. Like, that's why it's just like this book. Mm-hmm. If you telling me go on page 8, I'm like this here, okay, let's see how this fucking book ends. Let's not continue to talk about one portion. Give me the whole story. Right. Don't just give me one piece of some shit and people be like, hell nah, let's stay right here. This is what we want to talk about. No, what about the whole motherfucking story? Like, let's get deep into this shit. Like, let's read.
Because I read something about like a previous lawyer that you had. Right. He had gotten into some trouble, and then you had to get a new lawyer, and then that resulted in you. I guess he was trying to like give you up to get himself off or something. All that
kind of shit.
It was all kind of things going on.
But we couldn't prove beyond reasonable doubt. Mm-hmm. We never was able to prove that he did no lying shit like that. You smell me? So I can't never put that bone on him. Yeah. And they'll edit this part and be like, okay, Angela Yee said that the lawyer. What about now? Hell no, play the whole motherfucking interview. I never got any proof of him conspiring to put me in that situation. So I never put that on him.
They said you told on yourself, really, basically, and things that didn't have any.
So we went and now we tried to make a play. them folks like, oh, you lying. You 100% lying. So shit, it wasn't nothing else to say to them.
Right.
So I say, shit, go ahead and put everything on me so I can go ahead. I hated all my partners being inside of there.
Mm-hmm.
You being inside the motherfucking lawyers, or you hear niggas, oh, Ralo ain't paid this person lawyer, this person lawyer. Federal lawyers automatically 20, 30,000. If you got 10 co-defendants, now you looking at $250,000. So I'm telling these people like, shit, let me go ahead and put all the blame on me.
Right, so we don't got to pay all these lawyers.
Yeah, go ahead and get them out the way. I wouldn't give a damn if they go ahead and point at me or tell me. I'm taking the charge for us. You smell me? It's my shit anyway. I'm going to go down regardless. Ain't no sense of pulling everybody with me. Like, that's selfish.
Right.
Like, if one motherfucker can stand up and say, okay, this belong to me, why the hell one person ain't doing that? And I ain't want to be amongst the people that didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be able to stand up and say, this my shit. Shout ain't had nothing to do with it. He was just a driver, or this person was just that. But they don't even give a damn. They ain't giving a damn about that portion. They like, why did you go in that room? You smell me?
Right.
Why did you go in there? I keep telling them over and over. I had a motherfucker that I thought was gonna work out and taking a charge for me.
Yeah. You had a plan. You was trying to finesse a situation.
But they saying, hell no, you ain't supposed to go in there. What the fuck else I supposed to do? Shit. It's an opportunity for me to pay my way out of this motherfucker. I'm going to try to do it.
Let me, with all of this that happened to you, right? What do you think about Gunna and what people say about him?
I never ever looked into that situation because I don't be wanting people to, I don't want certain shit to change how I look at a person. You smell me? And me personally, I think that they was a winning team. I think that Gunna, the whole Lil Gotti, I think that Long Lil Keed, I think that whole little thing, I hate that it happened. So I'm so damn emotional, you know, I'm an old lover boy ass nigga to the point where I hate to even see the departure of Lil Baby and Gunna.
Yeah.
I hate to see the departure of goddamn motherfucking Thug and them. I hate to see the downfall. I hate to see.
Yeah, because everybody was making so much money together.
It ain't even just about the money.
And they was like family.
I seen Gunna and Lil Baby together, and that shit looked like, okay, Kobe and motherfucking Shaq. You smell me? I seen the love. I seen the compassion. I seen the happiness. I seen motherfuckers winning, and I just don't like the fact that that shit ain't going on no more. How the hell we let the devil or let these people depart us? You smell me?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm dumb. You smell me? Like, even though I'm on the outside and they dumb, they still my partners or whatnot. I just hate that. You smell me? But you got this world of people that gonna be like, hell no, don't forgive that nigga. That nigga told on Thug. That nigga did this. When the hell we gonna learn how to forgive?
Yeah, and sometimes it be people that have nothing to do with anything. It's social media.
It's always
and we feed into that. And, you know, and I do want to say, even talking to myself, that song that you had on there, that felt like, and like you said, you an emotional level. It felt very emotional.
Right.
Like you basically.
That's my favorite song on there.
Yeah, that was very well done because I think it really gives a glimpse into how you really feel about everything. Like, you know, feeling like people have blackballed you, turned their backs on you, even addressing Boosie and young Scooter, and feeling like, look, I'm, you know, still got love for you.
Exactly.
You know, no matter what. And I know that's a hard thing to do too, because it felt like these is my people. And they kind of have publicly said things about me that, like, why would you do that?
I think that, you know, people just don't understand the federal law. You smell me? Automatically, I don't give a damn how many millions of people that may look at this interview or whatnot. Or if 10 people look at this motherfucker.
Don't do that. Come on, more people.
I hope. I mean,
don't do that.
I hope a million. I hope a million of y'all look
maybe
at it.
Maybe 20. No.
They don't understand. Like, whenever a person go to sentencing, the whole thing about doing any cooperation with the government is to get your time cut. You smell me? So if you perhaps have cooperated fully with these people, they give you a time cut, and it's called the 5K1. It's a 5K1. I don't give a damn what sentencing you go to, it's gonna be in there. And the other, it's another way they can do it is like for example what they put on Honorable Brother Big Meech. However, whatever happened, I ain't saying nothing bad about them. It would have been a Rule 35. So after sentencing, it's called a Rule 35. Before sentencing, it's called a 5K1. These two things gonna be in your sentencing transcripts. No doubt about it. So if you want to know if a nigga snitch or if a human being snitch, all you got to do is go look at their sentencing transcripts. It's gonna be in there.
Right.
You smell me? So all these people that may be looking, you can't hide these sentencing transcripts. All you gotta do is go to the courthouse and pay $130.
Right. You want to make these accusations? Go look it up.
That's what. And not even on that. not even on that. If a person have told, it's like it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be a middle course of this. It's either you told or you didn't. It's either a motherfucker locked up for you or you didn't. Some kind of way. It's a way these motherfuckers in the world has created. Oh, ain't nobody locked up for a person, but he told. How the hell is that possible? What the hell that go for?
You think the younger generation cares about that anymore? Because I feel like it don't matter as much as it used to. You know, I feel like
I think that it never mattered. You smell me? I think that we was just trapped in our little 13% of people that we got. You got to think about it. The white people don't care about that type of shit.
Yeah, the mafia, they all told.
Like that whole
thing is based on
all the Mexicans, all that type of shit going
Yeah.
on. So what I'm saying, like, I don't even think like these niggas get out of jail and like look at Sammy the Bull.
Mm-hmm.
He became bigger than goddamn John Gotti.
Right.
You smell me? So I just don't think that type of shit really matter because I shot a dude. He came to court. I went to trial. I lost trial. He came and testified on me every day in trial, and I seen him on the block, and they mad at me because I shot him. They still okay. Y'all ain't mad that he told.
Right.
Y'all ain't mad at him because he told on me, but y'all study talking about nigga. You shouldn't have shot my partner. You shouldn't have told on me.
You know that's in the book, right? Is that the
Yeah.
In the book you talk about shooting
Right.
somebody and how that changed things
Right.
for you forever. And even you describing that was interesting to me because it kind of was like at that time you felt a little pleasure in seeing him suffer.
I felt all the pleasure in the world.
And I've never seen anybody say that.
I think that our anger sometimes causes us to have satisfaction and revenge. You smell me?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just like it give you an urge. It give you this goddamn feeling that you can't goddamn resist. And I was happy with seeing his ass on the ground. You smell me? Just like a nigga breaking in your house and you smoke him.
Right.
Sometimes, you know, now at the age I am at now, and I'm like, damn, I just had to smoke this nigga. He just broke in my house. Like, damn, why you do that?
Mm-hmm.
But then I was like, yeah, that's what you get. You smell me? So it comes with growing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It was just interesting to read that because, you know, it feels like at a certain point in your life, just a humanization of like other people. And I get it. He, you know, set you up, you know, that he's trying to rob you. So it is kind of, you put yourself in that position for something like that to happen. But you were so young.
Right.
And so for a lot of these, even at the age of 5, like, because when this book starts,
Right.
as a 5-year-old, you're seeing things that the average 5-year-old is never going to experience.
Right.
But also trying to step up and like be a man about it at 5. That's wild when you think about it.
I think that part of being chosen. You smell me? Like for you to walk into an area and all of these people just have bad intentions. Like even walking into the block, you like, damn, everything, all this shit right here is negativity. You ain't gonna get nothing positive out of this. You smell me? Like I walked into a fucking interview and it was a whole setup. You know what I'm saying? This is like all y'all in here. Let's just say all y'all in here, and y'all ultimate goal is to conspire to do some shit against me. You smell me? What the hell? I'm walking into a trap. You smell me?
Mm-hmm.
So you got the people with the cameras, they editing. You got people that doing. You can't get nothing good out of this. So
Right.
me walking up to that fucking block, I wasn't gonna get nothing good out of that. Even being inside the trap house at 5 years old, and my mama selling drugs, or my father selling drugs, and we selling liquor and stuff like that. What possibly could we get good out of that? Nothing. You raising a fucking evil genius. You get what I'm saying? You raising me up into this world. Well, I don't know no better. Like I ain't knowing. Like the police was the ops. Like what the hell y'all coming to our house in my head? You smell me? I ain't knowing goddamn that drugs was just tearing up our community and they was trying to clean it up.
You know, fortunately, you've never used drugs.
Right.
Which that could have went the other way too.
Right.
You know, but somehow something kept you away from that.
I just used to, my mama had this stereo. Everybody had stereos back then. We had a little speaker with it. She had this stereo. She used to turn that motherfucker up loud every time she gets drunk. You smell me? And I used to be having to go to school in the morning. And I had, like, going to school late. It was like the whole classroom look at you.
Mm-hmm.
You like, damn, all kids looking at you. You got to get a late slip. You done missed out on assignments and things like that. And I used to be, like, real angry at the fact that I couldn't get no sleep at night.
Right.
So I knew what triggered her to do that. It was the drugs and the alcohol. And I always said to myself, no matter how long I live, I will never do that to my people. So I stayed away from it.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed away from all drugs and alcohol. Although I sold drugs, so that shit kind of hypocritical to the world.
No, because a lot of people, I mean, like you said, your mom was selling drugs, but ended up using them too.
Right.
A lot of people that do sell end up using the product also. So that's fortunate for you that you never fell into that. Because
I think it also helped me get rich. Because the vices they had, I ain't had, like, even like, let's just say we get $100 slab and we make $150, sometimes $175, depending on, how we cut it up. They had to go buy them some gram of weed to smoke for $20.
Mm-hmm.
So that took away from their profit.
Yeah.
So that ain't profit margin.
You being a businessman, you like, I'm not cutting into my profit.
I can keep going. That's why I was able to flip more because I ain't had them type of vices.
Mm-hmm. And it's interesting also because we all have always said this, right? Like the guys who are, you were a successful drug dealer. I know plenty of unsuccessful ones that like didn't make a lot of money or whatever, but you were a very successful drug dealer. But those same skills really do apply in the world of business in a different way. Right. If that would have been put to that type of use, because you were actually good in school, above your grade level at a certain point.
Right.
But then missing school, not caring about it, being bad, acting up, trying to impress the girls, all those things actually took away from what you could have been. Correct. When it came to education, when it came to being an entrepreneur, because you also didn't see it the way you could have.
Right. And a lot of people had told me that, like, if you utilize the same mentality in the legitimate world, that I run a major company or things of that matter, but I still think we still can do that. I think that even to the young black poor kid or whoever that's going through the same thing I went through, I beg that they kind of look outside of what they in. You get what I'm saying? Like I couldn't even look at what the hell Trump done was doing as a kid. Like what the hell caused them to become so successful. And that's what we got to look into. Like, even with real estate, we just not catching on to real estate.
Well, I will say, somebody like Trump, you can be successful if your family gives you a ton of money to get started in real estate and gives
But anybody outside of that, anybody outside these streets, you get what I'm saying? Like we just not catching on the 18-wheelers. You get what I'm saying? Like, when I was a kid, I ain't really see too many black men on that one. Now we see niggas getting out of prison like, okay, I'm getting my CDL license. Yeah. Or we see some of us as blacks going over there getting us some stocks, going into the stock market and things that matter. In the hood, we never even imagined that type of shit. We trying to get a truck driver to come over so we can rob them or steal whatever in the back of that. Instead of using their mentality like, okay, he's driving trucks, how much money he making? We trying to see what's in the back of this damn truck.
But sometimes it takes for somebody like we had this guy Santino up here. He went to jail and he learned how to actually, trade stocks and do all of that from being in jail. Because he was like, if somebody's there and they're certified in something, they'll let them teach a class.
Yeah, that's in the feds.
Yeah, he was in the feds. So that's how he even learned how to do it. Because if you don't meet somebody or see somebody doing something, it might not never even occur to you that this is possible. I think that social media play a major part into it exposure.
Too now. Like, because in state prison, they don't even allow them to come out that damn unit. You smell me? We can't even go to classes and stuff like that. So state prison in our state is a fucked up place to go to. But if you go to the feds, I ain't gonna talk it down, and then 100% them people actually help you in federal prison.
Yeah, because of the other people that are there too. Like,
nah, that's the only way you gonna get out. Like, they got that system in the right manner. You know what I'm saying? They got that shit set up so right to the point where, like, if you want to be a hard head, they got somewhere for you. If you want to get out of jail, they got somewhere for you. If you want to meet in the middle, they got somewhere for you. So, like, they even have people that got stocks or went to jail for stocks, they do the classes.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So like,
do.
they teach you.
Yeah.
They teach you the game. So
Come out. It's a different type of hustle.
way different.
Now, I want to ask you this, since we talked about your childhood, growing up, and a lot of this, you know, and I encourage everybody to read the book so they can really understand the things that you went through. Did you feel like you ever at a point, because I know you said you don't look at your childhood like it was a bad thing, right?
Right.
You don't look at it like that. But did you feel like you had to forgive, like even forgive your mom?
Right.
Because I get that she didn't know better, and your mom and dad, you felt like they were just doing what they knew and they didn't realize, you know, it's just how they were brought up in the environment. But did you feel like you had to forgive them for your childhood?
I think not only do you have to forgive people, but you have to take shit for what it is and not for what you want it to be. Like, even today, like, it don't stop. My mama still hit me up. Hey, I need this. I need this. I still got to pay the light bill. I still got to pay the water bill. I still got to, you know, hold her hand throughout this stuff. So, like, I can't even say, like, back then, it's just now I'm able to take care of myself. At that time, I was dependent on her and my father and, you know, whatever adult that was in my life. So, I wouldn't even say that it's mainly about the forgiveness. It's about me accepting this stuff for what it is. Like, even accepting a person for what they is. Accepting a woman or a dude that's in my life. You got to be like, okay, this is how this person is. You got to really accept it. Like, you can try to walk with them and try to help them get some kind of counseling or some kind of help or whatnot. But some people just don't want that help. It's very rare for a person to say, I'm finna change. You know what I'm saying? Or it's rare for a person to even accept that they wrong. And that's the first step to recovery.
Yeah.
You have to know, like, okay, this shit I'm doing ain't right. Once you know that, then you got to walk in back steps. So if you defensive and grand defensive, okay, I'm doing wrong, but you got to say I'm doing wrong. I need to change it.
Yeah.
You smell me? So, like, to the day, I still don't see that she don't feel like she wrong for none of that. Like, I heard niggas tell me, like, yeah, your mama gave you this, your mama gave you that. Nigga, we was in a 1-bedroom house. Like, 10 of us in that motherfucker. Where do y'all see this was cool? You smell me? Not saying that that burn should have been on her, because I had a father at the same time. But why keep producing more kids into this poverty? Like, some gotta slow down on it.
I even think about just bringing like men into the home. Like, if you're dating somebody, you bring a man home. A lot of women are like, I can't have nobody around my kids.
Right.
But it is also like having to figure out, because this, I think you have a mentality also where you got to take care of a woman, right? Like, you have to be the breadwinner, you have to hold it down. And you saw that from a young age, where it's like, okay, you got to bring something to the table. When your father was gone, that's when things went downhill financially.
Right.
So even you as a kid were still having to give money. Like, okay, we need to hold something. We need to do this. And like, all your money. And it's kind of like it's your responsibility as a man of the house, but you were just a kid.
Shit, I think that I ain't had no choice. We needed help. Like, they needed help. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you couldn't even just go to school, get your education, learn.
Oh, no, hell no.
Yeah.
That wasn't even.
What do you think you would have did if you, like, when you were young? What was it?
I was dedicated to being an electrician. That's what I wanted to be. I always wanted to be an electrician. And I was going to go to this place called IBEW. It's right off the interstate of, I want to say that's 75 or 85 or 285. One of them. You see it right on the side of the highway, and there's some place that I wanted to go, and that was my, like, dream. I wanted to go in there and learn how to do the electrical work on houses and stuff like that. And they told me once I got a conviction, I had got my first conviction. I went to prison when I was 17 years old. And once I got my first conviction, they said that the union don't approve of convicted felons being in there. So that went right out the window.
Damn. That's crazy. I have to imagine it's not like that anymore. You know, they say that people who do HVAC, plumbers, electricians, those are the new millionaires. That's what they say today, because everybody needs that.
I think that all of us is like, a lot of us becoming lazy. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of us just don't want to put in the work. Like, coming up, everybody, like, I had a little dude, like, I got a masjid that I built in my neighborhood. I built a lot of stuff in my neighborhood. I'm real tuned into my neighborhood. And they brought a young man over there, and he kept telling me, I don't want to do that. I don't want to work. I just want to rap, Ralo. I want to be like you. I want to rap. And I'm like, I actually work. You smell me? I actually put in work. I actually cut my own grass. My girl, we cook every day. We eat out every single day. You smell me? Like I actually wash my clothes. I actually work. Like I know y'all saying that probably. Like I will go out there and I will dig it up. Like I be wanting my contractors to teach me how to work, and they be, nah, Ralo, you pay me to do this. I be like, nah, nigga, give me the belt, give me the hat, and give me the gloves. I want to work.
I be feeling the same way. I need to learn how to do some of this stuff myself.
I like doing it though.
You like it too.
I actually like doing it.
And you also know you're gonna do it the right way because it's yours as right as you can.
I might, I know how to do it. But I want you to teach me. Like I be wanting to know. Like I'm like always a student. Like I don't ever feel like I know it all. You smell me? I always be like, damn. Like even the stuff you were telling me last night, I'm like, damn. I wish I would have invested in that situation. You smell me? So like I was in prison, of course. I probably couldn't have been able to do it, but I'm always like I love real estate. Like that's what I love doing. Like that's where my heart at. You smell me?
And I feel like anything you put your mind to, you're able to do. Right. Even getting into the music game, and this is interesting too in the book, how you started selling CDs.
Right.
And then that it was really the kind of what made you start deciding you wanted to write. And it's funny how you just sat there and was like, I'm gonna write some music and couldn't think of nothing.
That's how it be. Like sometimes like the things that I think when I was walking around selling these CDs in Vine City and the Bluff and stuff like that, I used to actually see the dudes take the CD out and put it right in their car. And how the juveniles, juvenile was hot as a firecracker back then. And I'm still hot. I don't want y'all to say, oh, he talking about he ain't hot no more. That ain't what I said. Because, they'll twist some shit up in the interviews. But however, I think that the way him and others made the people feel like I walk up, I sell a CD to a person. They might be sitting in the car just chilling or stressed out. They put that damn Juvenile or Wayne in, they just automatically. So I also did that with myself. I listened to something that I wrote, like even talking to myself. If I listen to that song, even if anybody says some lame shit, I just automatically feel healed. You know what I'm saying? It's like
it's therapy for you.
Right.
Yeah, I do. I like that song a lot. Everybody, if you listen in, make sure you go listen to Talking to Myself so you can understand what we're talking about. And then I just want to discuss even just you in the music game. Future was very instrumental and key for you early on in becoming successful. What was that like to have like such a big cosign?
I think that Future just a great artist, a great musician himself. Like he a mega star. Like even now, like people always be like, oh, why the hell he ain't producing artists or signing artists and pushing artists on the pedestal? I just look at him as a megastar. I don't think it'll ever be too many Futures. I think that he's on some like we look at Michael Jackson. Not saying that he on that pedestal.
Oh, here we go now.
Them folk gonna bash me. Ralo, you compare him to Michael Jackson.
That's a great headline.
I just exactly. I just think that he continue on, like his shit ain't never dropping. His shit is always continuing to grow. So having him, being in the studio with him more than anything, learning how he put his stuff together. Like I used to write my song and go in that motherfucker and write out. He never did that. He just came off. And so he taught me the relationship with the microphone. You smell me? So now I go in now and I have a different relationship with the microphone. That's why you see now people saying, damn, Ralo not a rap. Ralo not a rap now. You smell me? Versus, damn, he was trash back then. Now all my comments like, oh, he killed it.
You think you were trash back then? If you had to analyze yourself?
I just was giving myself what I knew best. Like I wouldn't say that I was trash. I wouldn't say that I was the best. I was just giving the art. I just started painting.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I'm learning how to paint. You get what I'm saying? So now I know how to really put my picture down. You smell me? I know how to really express myself. I know how to really navigate my voice. I know how to do things. You get what I'm saying? Because music is an art. You got to know that different people got different pictures that they paint. Some people say they like the old Ralo better.
Right.
Some people like, damn, I don't like this dude.
It's all subjective.
Damn. So
how personal do you take it, being the emotional person you are, when people critique your music?
I mean, the first song that I put up on World Star was with Young Scooter, and they trashed the hell out of me. It was called For Show. Ralo featuring Young Scooter, For Show, and they trash. I'm like, damn, these people crazy. So like now when I see comments and stuff, I be like, man, these people just gonna keep doing lame shit. You smell me? I think that what I get emotional at is in person. You get what I'm saying? Like if I fuck with you personally and we ain't able to, come together, cause even like let's just say you ask me a question. If you ask me a question, and if I feel like I have answered the question, you ask me the question again, and I feel like I have answered the question, like maybe it's something wrong with I'm not in. I don't know what the hell you asking me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I have told you.
Well, I think it's also a strategy that people use to try to get you to say something different.
Yeah, that what. But me not understanding this strategy, like you got fucked up intentions. I'm not knowing what the hell. Like you asked me something.
Well, it could be a fucked up intention strategy, but it's a strategy that people use. Like keep on saying the same, so that you say something different, and then it's like, wait, but you just said,
Yeah, but if I came in this motherfucker with good intentions, I feel fucked up. Like, okay, take this whole fucking interview down. If it's like that, then I don't want to communicate. You get what I'm saying? Like, I think that everybody just need to have good ass intention. Don't have no.
Well, that's not the real world,
But somebody that you fuck with, somebody that you think, let's just say somebody, LaShawn. You and LaShawn, y'all cool people, right?
Right. LaShawn know I got her. She never had bad intentions.
But what if you did have bad intentions and she didn't know?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So and you using the strategy against her.
But see, what I would say is if it's somebody that's not LaShawn who I barely know or just met, I don't know what your intentions are. Some people also, I think, in what we do, some people like viral moments. Some people like certain things like that. You know what I'm saying? And so it just is what it is. I think for me, I always like to show like a different side of somebody, have a conversation, and even be able to ask real questions, but not in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable.
Right.
More like in a way that you're like, I want to explain this.
Right.
And so that's really my intention, is for us to be able to get to the real story behind something without you feeling like, damn, she just attacked me.
Yeah, they do that. And I ain't, into this interview, I just never even thought of that. Like, I knew like people be having fucked up intentions and shit. I ain't never know they had fucked up strategized intentions.
Yeah.
That's like a premeditated murder.
It's just a different, people have different styles in how they do things. Some things are like direct to the point, and that can go viral. And so that's why sometimes that's something that's like a strategy. Like, let's do this.
Man, that's some cool shit I just learned. So if a motherfucker asks
But that's why media training is important, right? Because it helps people learn how to deal with all different types of ways that someone can come at you. Especially, I think you have a lot of headlines. So if somebody reads a Ralo headline and just comes at you with that headline without anything research behind it or backing it up, that can feel like, did they just attack me? But knowing how to kind of be like, well, you asked me the same question 3 times. You can do that. You know what I'm saying? And kind of turn things around. You always can control what your narrative is when you're speaking. Now, you can't control editing.
Right.
LaShawn would tell you that. No kidding.
Yeah, you can't. like right now, you smiling, right? We laughing and shit. And I'm talking, right? If I'm talking to you, they can edit the way you ain't laughing at me. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, they can edit a part that you was just goddamn looking at me crazy. So now, in a portion of the shit, they can put it right there. I'm like, damn, this shit.
And
we
got AI now. We can do anything.
Not even on AI, but they can
do that too.
They can get this smile, and I say, oh, this is that. And they got, now you look at me. You get what I'm saying? You look like.
I look mean now? Okay.
No, I'm just saying, like,
let me soften my face.
Nah, hell no. But I'm just saying, like, they do that shit to a point where, I'm green to that type of shit. So I come in certain places with.
I also feel like the music business and all of this is hard for people who come from a different place where it's like, integrity is supposed to matter, and that doesn't always matter in this business. It's not about just that.
That shit fucked up. It's a fucked up situation. I just think that Well, you said the best. This ain't the world we live in. Like, everybody ain't got good intentions.
I mean,
You know
think
what I'm
about what goes viral. It's not usually the nice stuff. You know, it's not.
That's always the
Unfortunately,
bullshit.
we always say that. Oh, how come the positive stuff? Like, look, I have segments like Tell Us a Secret where people say crazy things. That goes viral, but like something that's more educational, that's about like investing in real estate, that's not going to go as viral. Because it also is people are trying to make sure they get their numbers up and what people gravitate to. You know? And so it's
I
everybody's
learned
fault.
something in this interview. This one of the first interviews I really learned some shit in.
You know, I think you kind of know this, but it's just never been put that way. Just from my experience, from doing what I do know that, like, damn, I wish people would pay. People would be like, oh, how come you only do this? Like, lip service will go viral for certain things that people say it's about sex, and they'll be like, that's all you talk about. I talk about a lot of things, but it's just the only thing y'all pay attention to.
What the hell is lip service?
It's my podcast about sex and relationships.
Oh. Oh, shit.
Oh.
Okay.
Now, I want to ask you, who's been down with you feel like since the beginning of your career? Because that's a rare thing in this business, too. But who do you feel like are the people that have been in your corner? You know, we all need that. Like, look, Drake will say 21 Savage is the person that didn't switch up on him in the midst of everything that he's going through. Do you feel like you have people that have been in your corner from the beginning?
Who could I possibly say? Because my girl, she ain't ever really
Besides your
support
girl, I
this
mean in the
rap shit.
music.
She don't really support rap shit in a way.
She doesn't?
Hell no.
What she wants you to do?
Just be hers. She don't give a damn about
She
the
like, I
money.
don't
She
care
don't
about
care
money.
about no house. We get a trailer and we just go to work every day. She happy with that. You smell me?
But you're passionate about it.
Yeah, I think that it helps me with my mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it helps me heal. But I'm still trying to think of a person that's been here wholeheartedly without financial stability. Because that what mattered the most to me.
But even business-wise in music, like somebody that hasn't switched up on you. Because I know, and just from hearing your favorite song and my favorite
The
song.
Red to Shine.
Okay.
The Red to Shine. The Red to Shine been 100% supportive of me from the beginning all the way to now. He was a fan of me from the beginning. He was a fan of me when we started making music, and he's a fan of me now. Like, the Red to Shine, I need to give him his flowers.
All right, good.
Through all the bullshit, he always was there.
See, I like that. I like to end this with something positive. You know? No, because I think it's important. We all need that. Besides, and I know your girl's been down with you.
Right.
When are y'all getting married?
September the 13th.
Oh, okay. The date's already there.
Yeah, Foster, yeah.
You got it right in here. Okay. Well, congratulations
I
on that.
appreciate that.
Y'all deserve that. She deserves her flowers, too.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
I think that, God commands us, whether it's in the Bible, the Torah, or the Quran, he commands us to do marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's like something that's pleasing to him, and I think that he come before all of us.
What was your engagement like? How did you propose?
I proposed to her on house arrest. I was in a halfway house, and I had the studio I used to rent out all day, every day, so I can come outside. Because, if you weren't having a job, y'all ass sit in the halfway house all day. So she came in. She thought we was doing a video shoot, and I had all the bros. Shout out to Anti-Free Anti. And all of us was just in there, and I had all the bros take a knee, and I took a knee with them.
And did she cry?
She was so damn shocked. And she hate cameras. She hate the cameras. I be trying to bring on Love and Hip Hop all the time. She won't do it. I like, baby,
it's usually the other way around.
Oh, no, she ain't doing none of that. She, you got to think about it. I've been with this girl since I was 13 years old.
Right.
You smell me? So we working on like
You put her
19,
through a
20
lot.
years.
I already know.
I did that. So, like, she just don't care. So she been well taken care of and well groomed. So, like, and her father was doing the same thing before me. Like, he took care of all his kids.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, a person that ain't went through that type of struggle, they don't give a fuck about nothing. They care about they love their kids, they love their family. They don't see money. Like, well, they won't need no money, we good.
Mm-hmm.
So, she ain't going for that camera shit.
What about when you do the movie and when you're working on your stuff? Is she gonna?
Hell no, she don't give a damn. Go get somebody to replace me.
Damn.
I had to beg up in the Lil Yours video. I'm like, baby, just walk through the park with me. Just hug me in the video.
I don't want to use a different person. I want to.
Yeah, because this was sentimental.
Yeah,
it was something
it's
like,
documenting
I go
forever.
buy a girl to get in the video, but hell no, I wanted this was special. This is for me. I don't give a damn if only 5 people look at it. It's just me and you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, well, that's beautiful. Well, listen, you guys, make sure you get the book Chosen. Make sure you listen to the project, and we'll be looking for parts 2 and part 3. I can't wait to see what happens.
We're gonna do it every year for my birthday, February the 12th next year, February the 12th the following year after that. But right now we finna start doing our pictures and stuff so we can start shooting our trailer, shooting our film or whatnot.
Okay. All right, love to see it. Well, thank you so much for coming up, and I appreciate you, and I appreciate hearing your story.
I appreciate you.
Always wishing you the best.
I'm glad we able to get together.
Yeah.
Cause I thought that damn Birdman shit destroyed that.
Well, it wasn't on you, I don't think. No, it wasn't. It
definitely
on you.
wasn't on me.
No, it's way up.